Hey, thanks for being here. We are the review guys,
The Review Guys.
and we have a great show for you today. We're going to be diving into a great product. This is something that I've used for a while. This is a really cool little thing. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. And I'm going to full screen it for you right now. And you can see right away, it's got some great features to it. Now, this is a body hair trimmer. I've used this for well over a year now. It's been very helpful. I'm going to cycle through a few of the pictures. Now, it comes with a double-headed hair guide comb. I don't use the comb personally. I didn't find it necessary for my needs because I don't have long body hair. I have my own set of clippers, so I didn't use it for anything of those needs. Let me show you a little bit of the charging base. And you can see here where you charge it. You can see where the actual comb of the clippers kind of hang out. You can see the charging cord for the chargers. So pretty cool features here. Not bad at all. So I'm going to jump back on screen and kind of give you a bit of the views as I'm up here. And you can see how easy it is to charge it. We're going to show it to you in my hand in a little bit, but we are going to jump to Amazon in a minute so you can see kind of the specs and I can go over them with you. But these are pretty much the accessories that are going to come with this. Again, if you have longer hair, if you want to use it for your head or longer body hair, this is not going to be an issue for you. I do want to let you know that this is wireless. After you charge it, you can lift it up, and you will see that as I hold it in my hand. The charging station is really cool. It's a USB, so you can pretty much charge it anywhere. I actually have it plugged into the TV. So the charging station is sitting right next to the TV. When the clippers are ready, I go ahead and clean them with a antiseptic pad. I throw them right on the charging pad and just let it charge. It's not that bright of a light, but it will have a glowing few lights that help it charge. So overall, very, very, very simple product, but very practical. And I'll tell you exactly why I bought it and why I consider this a really good tool for you. But before that, we're going to full screen again, and then we're going to screen share as we go to Amazon so you can get a peek into what you're going to see when you go to buy this. And here we are on the Amazon page where you will be able to see, yep, you can see what I'm seeing, all of the different cool little, you can call them doodads or whatnot that come with this. So let's go ahead and full screen it. You can see how the edges have a nice sharpness to it. It's not too sharp. They're pretty good. Now you can see the power system right here. These are the three lights that let you know exactly how charged it is, if it's not charged enough or if it's charged at all. Then you have here where you're actually going to see the box. It's going to come in. The box is a nice box. You don't really need the box for much. And you can see on the side, it's got the charging cable. It has the actual base. It has the clippers itself and the combs. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the images. Now, these guys will pop off if you're not careful with them. They popped off on me multiple times. It's fine. They snap right on, no problem. The blade is sharp enough, but it's not too sharp. Again, you don't want it to be too sharp. You want it to be just right. Let's take a look at this. Now, this is one of the reasons why I got it. It is, let's go ahead and, excuse me on the screen share. It is 100% waterproof, which is fantastic and can be used in the shower. I do use this in the shower. That said, when I use it, I prefer to not be wet because I find cutting body hair wet to be a chore, but it is possible. It is pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. The angles aren't too bad. It's shockproof. So there's a lot of good things here. You can see where it's giving you a lot of information on where you can use it and why. Let's take a look at this. Underarms, chest, abdomen, shoulders, legs. I mean, you can use this virtually just about anywhere. And yeah, very, very good. Let's take a look at some of the reviews. So we got 1,200 plus reviews, 4.4 out of 5, which is fantastic. A very high remark. There's a 15% coupon that you can get using it right now. That's going to eliminate a little bit more than a tax. So you're looking at the price going down a bit. So it's probably going to be under $28. I would say closer to $26 when all said and done. I didn't know this at the time, but it looks like you can get it in different colors. I prefer the black color. It's just cleaner that way. It's easier to clean. There is a video on it. I haven't watched the video. I'll be honest, I don't think you really need to see the video. I think it's just going to be fine for us to keep going. So it talks about why you're going to need it. Manscaping and grooming is healthy, helps reduce bacteria buildup. Very true. You can get a lot of specific viruses and bacteria from any sort of hair-related unkeptness. So that is true. Snag-free experience. Pretty true for the most part. Can be snaggy if you're not careful. You always want to be careful. Waterproof, wet, dry use. Very true. Powerful and sleek. I agree with that. Slow and steady wins. I like that as well. It is slow and steady. It's not too powerful, but it's the right amount. So let's continue. Kick, nicks, and tugs to the curve. Protect your most prized possession. Very, very true. You want something like this to help you groom in specific areas that are necessary without hurting yourself. And this will definitely do that job. But again, it's still a razor. So like anything, you want to make sure you're careful with it. Just, be smart. So here we have some images of where you can use it. Very good. Easy to use. Really good purchase. Great. Hair is gone. Very good. Yeah. This is saying let's go down. There's a 4-star right here. Didn't meet my expectations. Let's see. They returned it. Looks like it shuts itself down in the shower. Water got into it. So it looks like here they had a lemon. Okay. Yeah. I would definitely not. Let's see. They didn't like this for their reasons. They didn't think it was effective enough. So everyone's going to have their opinions. For the most part, most people had a good experience with it. I've had a good experience with it. Now, I will say this. If you're expecting perfection, you're not going to get that for this tool that's going to be under $30. You're going to get something that's going to get the job done relatively safely, pretty quickly, that you can do on your own. It will come to you quickly from Amazon. And for the most part, you won't have to worry too much about getting too close to nicking parts of your body, whether that's your arm, your thigh, your underarm. But all in all, it's not going to do a perfect job. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be 100% smooth. That's an unrealistic expectation. And I'm going to jump back on the screen as we talk about that a little bit. And here I am. So keep that in mind and understand that you will have to be realistic about what's feasible with this. Let's take a look at it one more time. And just look at the pieces here. Now, this is going to tell you technically why you should buy it by just taking a look. But keep in mind, this isn't going to be perfect, but it is a good tool that you can use to help you. And it would be a very smart purchase because it's something that's so simple, so small, so readily available. And I'll tell you exactly why I went ahead and got this, and I'll give you a little bit of my background and my story for what led me to this. So for us, we decided we were done having kids, and it was time for me to have my procedure, which was going to, help me so I didn't have kids anymore. For those who don't know what that is, it's a vasectomy. Very safe, very well-known procedure. And I needed to have a trimmer that could make this very simple. These are now such simple procedures. They're done in like 5 minutes, no needle, no scalpel. Very safe medical procedures. I had a great surgeon, and they asked for a clean shave. And I said, well, if I'm going to do a clean shave, I want something safe and reliable, something quick that I can get the job done. And I didn't want them to do it for me. It was very clear that I wanted to be able to do it myself. So I went ahead and purchased this guy, and I'm grabbing it right now so you can see exactly what it looks like. And voila, here it is. This is the Vikicon. Let's go ahead and get it closer to you. And I'm going to put it right here. and focus it. And yeah, pretty cool. This is what it looks like in my hand. It's not that big, and this is what it's going to sound like when I turn it on. And it's got a really nice, easygoing sound to it. You can hear the hum right here. So this is particularly the charging experience you're going to see. You see those two lights out of the three? I know it's a little blurry for you to see. If I back it up, maybe it's a little easier. Now, you can use it on your hair or on your face if you want to. I don't find it to be sharp enough for that to give me the needs that I want when I'm using it for my face or hair. But there have been times, like, for example, I had recently, obviously you can see, trimmed the facial hair I have and also my head, and I didn't get everything with my regular clippers, so I grabbed these real quick, and I just caught the one part to kind of line up my my sideburns a bit. Took care of that really quickly. It's not too loud, very easy going. I use antiseptic to wipe this down, keeps it nice and clean, keeps the bacteria away from it. That said, it has stood the test of time. I've dropped this a number of times. Now take a look at that back part right there. So remember we were talking about how the back can come off? Yeah, that back part right there, that could come off pretty easily. I'm going to see if I can pop it off for you right now. It might be something where you just kind of, and just like that. See how it's open? Now there is hair in there I need to clean, so I'm going to close it now so I don't make a mess. And fortunately, there's no hair that spilled. So very, very simple explanation. The hair didn't spill. Very nice. This thing is really cool how durable it is, how light it is. Obviously, I can hold it between my pinky and ring finger. Now, when you're using it and you're taking care of the trimming, just take your time. I know it's going to vibrate, but when you're using it, really just take your time. Go slow. Now, watch it in my hand. So I'm in my hand, and you're going to go very slow and just take your time just like that. And don't get too close if you're concerned that it might nick you. If you think it's going to nick you, then just do your best to not get too close. If you get too close and it nicks you, it can cut you. It usually won't be a big cut. You might bleed a little bit. It's happened to me. Not a huge deal, not very painful, maybe just a little nick, almost like if you were a diabetic and you have to take a shot to check your insulin and sugar. So keep that in mind. It could nick you if you're not careful. So try your best to just keep an eye on how close you're letting this get to your skin. Keep an eye on the areas you're bringing it to. It's safe to use just about everywhere. But again, the closer you get to sensitive areas, the more you want to keep an eye on it. And you don't necessarily have to touch your skin with the blades. You just need to get close enough to hover around the hair. And believe me, it will look exactly as you need it to. Again, for the vasectomy, this was more than enough to get the job that they were expecting, and I didn't have to have them do the shave for me, which is something I did not want to do. I did not want them to have to come in and shave me. I wanted to be able to be shaved myself. So I took care of that, and it was no problem. It was safe, easy, smooth, and very quick. So if you're for someone for whatever reason, say that you are going to have a vasectomy or whatnot, and you need to be clean, this is what I would highly recommend to use. Very easy to get. If you're someone that just wants to keep clean and groomed up, like myself, I've always liked to be clean and groomed up in most of my affairs. This is a great tool for you to have. If you are someone that cuts your own hair, like myself, and you're looking for something that can go in the shower, that can clean you up in areas that maybe you missed, or you want to go ahead and have a separate tool that you can use in the shower, this will do that for you as well. So it's got a number of uses for you. It can really help you out in a pinch. It can also help you out in specific areas because it's not too sharp where it can hurt you. Granted, you need to keep in mind it still has a blade on it, so be careful with it. Be responsible. I wouldn't let my kids just take this and play with it. So it's something that you want to treat as what it is. It is a specific clipper, and you want to make sure to do your best to not let that get in the way of too much. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will be back with the next one. Also, make sure that you leave in the comments any information about anything you would like to see in the future. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you on the next video.